Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You can call me Shell, and we got another command block tutorial here for you. Full disclaimer before I go any further with this. This is not my design. This is Badger 417's design. He does Minecraft Bedrock tutorials, and I came across this design while trying to design a parry system myself, and let's just say the system I had in place is no longer here. I ripped it down because I was overcomplicating it and I got frustrated with it, and then I just went online and was like, has anyone else tried this and how'd they do it? And I came across this and it's incredible, and so I'm using it in this world. I've tweaked it slightly to work with the systems I have in play, mainly working with like the skill tree system I have here and stuff off the hotbar and all that. But the cores of the commands that make this thing possible is all from the minds of Badger. So his channel is going to be linked in the description. Go check him out. He is pretty incredible at commands, and he's got a lot of cool stuff. So that being said, let's get on with the tutorial. First, I'm going to show you how this works. So what we're going to do here, quick, is we're going to spawn a little zombie in, and then we're going to set myself to survival mode. And this boy is going to come at me, and he's going to hit me a few times just to show this off here. But if I crouch, whip my shield out, and boom, parry his attack. And then I can beat him up a little bit. Pretty cool though, right? Let's check it out one more time as soon as the cooldown is done. There it is. Spawn another zombie in, and I'm just gonna crouch, let him come at me, and boom. And we're just gonna kill this guy quick. Anyway, pretty cool though, right? Let's look at the commands. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna have to set up 3 scoreboards. Whoa, what is going on here? So the way I have this set up is, the way I do scoreboards in this game is I saw when I'm setting up multiple with like the same name or running the same command, like in the same command structure of blocks, whatever, I'm just going to show you. So Parry is the name of the first one here, and this is just scoreboard objectives, add Parry dummy. And then the second one is add Parry a dummy. So this is what I'm talking about. So when I have multiple that apply to like the same system, I just start with the initial Parry, and then after that I just go up in letters at the end. So Parry A, Parry B, Parry C. See what I'm saying? And I saw someone do that in a command block tutorial of something I was watching one time, and I thought that made sense to me. So that's how I always do stuff like that with scoreboards. So the third one here is scoreboard objectives, add Parry B. Right? Simple enough. Then these 3 comedic repeating commands up here are just adding 0 to all those scoreboards. This is just ensuring that all the players have those scoreboards applied. So these are just constantly adding 0 to all those. As you can see, added 0 to Parry B for me. Wonderful. All right, now let's get into the actual cool stuff. What makes this whole system tick. So this first command here is an execute command. It's saying add all players who have a parry score of 0 and a parry A score of 0, and they have the item magenta glazed terracotta in their hotbar slots 0 through 8, and they are crouching. So at self positioned, the tilde 1.6 tilde, that just means you're crouching. Unless the entity at self, that'd be me, the player, dx equals 0. That just means I'm not crouching, as in I'm standing up. The x coordinate is I'm fully extended, as that measures. So if all those parameters are true and I'm not standing up, as in I'm crouching, then run scoreboard players set at self parry to 1. check out the next one here. And you know what? I'm sorry. This first command here, that needs to be on a 5-tick delay. And if you didn't know, there's 20 ticks a second in Minecraft. So a 5-tick delay would actually be like 50 milliseconds, I think. Right. Don't quote me on that. I think that's how that works. So then this next one is going to be a chain, always active, unconditional. This is going to be on a 7-tick delay. And this is just saying scoreboard players set, add all the players who have a score of Parry 1, set Parry B to 2. Wonderful. Next one, I don't think there's any delay on that, no. So, next one here is scoreboard players set, add all players. If they have a score of Parry that equals 1, set Parry A to 6. Love it. I just really need to... No delay. Great. So this right here is replacing an item in your offhand. So, replace entity, add all players. If they have a score of Parry 1, then replace put a shield with 1 durability in their offhand is pretty much what we're saying here. And the Minecraft item lock mode, lock in slot, that's just locking the item so you can't take it out of that slot. So I can show you that real quick here. So if I crouch, I go to my inventory quick. See that little red? See, can't move items. That's what that's doing. Was that this command? Yes. All right. So this last one here in this first row is just scoreboard players set, add all players. If they have a score of Parry equals 1, then set it back to 0. This is kind of just restarts the system, right? Because the whole system starts back down here and with setting Parry to 1 once again. So let's go over here. So scoreboard players remove. This is just saying if you have a score of Parry B 1 or higher, then remove 1 from Parry B. And this has a 50-second or 50-tick delay. This next one here, no delays. This is replacing the shield with air. So if the player has a score Parry B equals 0 and they have the item shield located in their offhand, then replace that shield with air. So that's what gets rid of the shield. So you can notice when I squat or crouch, the shield will disappear after a bit. That's because it's getting replaced with that air. And that was this one, yes. Next one here. So this is going to be on a 45-tick delay, and these are different in Badger's videos. I have them set up, like I said. I tweaked things to make it work for how I want things to function in this map. This parry system was just so cool. I wanted to include it and show it off, but I give the credit to him for figuring it out. So this is saying execute at all players. If you have a score of Parry A equals 1 or higher and Parry B equals 0, and you are crouching, not standing up, then run scoreboard players remove 1 from Parry A. And that is going to be on that 45 delay. And the last one we got here. All right. So execute at all players. If you have a score Parry B equals 1 or higher, and you have the item shield located in your offhand, and your quantity is 0, then at self run damage radius 5, or sorry, running damage at E, radius equals 5, and count equals 1, and your score Parry B equals 1 or higher, then you're going to apply thorns to self. So I'll show you quick what exactly that means. Set it to night, and we will go to game mode survival. So what that's doing is, you notice when he gets knocked back like that, that's the thorns effect, right? It's that little bit of knockback that's getting applied. I don't know why I put him down. My timer is not over yet. And I'm still in game mode. S. Love it. So that's that. And the last thing I got here is a title command. So you've probably noticed that there it says Parry above my hotbar there. And when I use it, it goes away, right? And then I have to wait until that comes back before I can use Parry again. We'll just give it a sec here. Boom, there it is. And then I'd be able to use it again. And also, if I don't have this block, Parry, in my hotbar, if I throw that on my hotbar, it's not going to work. And that goes back to that first command that I showed you. So this is just saying, running a title at all players, if you have a score of Parry A equals 0, and you have the item Magenta Glaze Terracotta in your hotbar, then display Parry at the action bar. Don't worry about that sound, I just hit my monitor, my hands were flying. So that is pretty much it for all this. Like I said, go check out Badger's video. He explains it better. He came up with the system. I just tweaked it to work with how I want it to work, but it's really cool. I was trying to make a parry system with detecting mobs, specifically looking at you, and some crazy animation stuff, and it kind of was working, but this is way more efficient and just honestly looks nicer. So that's pretty much all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I would say, copy this, build upon it, and make it better, but I didn't make it. So go check out Badger's channel once again, and like I said, link in the description. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.